my recent thing, I think the biggest thing I've had with stress that I just went through, and it was kind of like my final tell to myself that it was time to make a change, is, I think I've told you guys about it, is like September-ish, October. I was giving myself an injection, normal, daily vitamin kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I knew I hadn't even finished doing the injection. It was a peptide, thing. And I immediately, my body just started feeling different. So then I'm starting to calling out to Jim. And finally, he was occupied. So I finally make my way to Jim. He was in the bedroom. And I get on the bed. But then as soon as I laid on the bed, because my entire body's just kind of going tingling and numb.
Oh.
As soon as I laid on the bed, I believed I was paralyzed. I believed I was 100%, I was freaking out. I'm like, Jim, I'm paralyzed. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And the more people I've told about the experience, they're like, oh, you had a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a panic attack. I
have.
I can handle my shit, right?
Yeah.
This was nothing I had a couple really stressful conversations already, even though it was only 9 a.m, but people weren't meeting their deadlines and I had to deliver the news, blah, 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 right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, that's a pretty typical day for me.
Yeah. Well, they come out of nowhere.
Right. So yeah, for it to do that, it was out of nowhere.
I had my first panic attack. I think I was in my 30s and I was driving. Down the toll road. Actually ended up having to pull over, but I started feeling like this deja vu, not sure where I am. Oh my God, I've been here before. And things started getting blurry. I almost starting to black out. I was like, oh my gosh, I had to get off at Laguna Canyon and kind of pull over and go,
wow.
I've had anxiety attacks where, you're breathing in the bag and stuff.
Yeah, but that's what it was like. Things were getting blurry and just numb and weird.
Yeah, and your body tingles. And I called it when I explained it to my doctors, what happened, I'm like, it was like this wave went over my body of tingle.
Mine came up. It was so weird.
Yeah. I have chills right now just thinking about it, because it is just, it's scary. It is scary.
Yeah, it's very scary.
Yeah, give mommy a Xanax.
No, don't lean on Xanax. That's the worst for me, man. I did that because I had it for a sleeping medication and I used it for stress for a couple weeks for work during a really stressful time. It took me 3 months to get over it comes back trifold.
Yeah.
The stress comes back trifold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to find something like a segue that's not narcotic that can help you.
Totally. Exercise.
But you have to wean yourself off of it too. You can't just stop taking it.
Yeah.
Well, I barely took any. It's half a mil, and I didn't take it every day. It was literally I'm in a really stressful meeting and I was just in a very stressful time at that period. It was a couple weeks and that was it. And that's the thing is all those things do go away, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional in this field. But however, I think there's a lot of diagnoses out there that are possibly misdiagnosed and are people that have just put it up, been through too much for too long and didn't have channels to release it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm.
Yeah. Or know how.
Yeah.
Or even know what was going on. I think with age comes wisdom in this regard and learning your body and what's kind of going on and talking to friends and kind of researching oh my gosh, why is this happening? And, a lot of times I'll look up my symptoms, Dr. Webb.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I try not to do because, it can kind of mislead you sometimes.
Yeah.
But
a lot of times.
A lot of times, yeah. But you know what? Stress is always an indicator for a lot of things.
Yeah.
What's going on. Mm-hmm. It's so you got to kind of take a look and reflect oh yeah. Cause I'm I feel okay. My life feels fine. Nothing out of the usual, but there's a buildup of those little lingering stressors that finally just build up and your body just is wants to get rid of that, And the physicality, like Brandy, I get like, I know that I'll wake up very nauseous in the morning. I'll vomit. I have had bleeding ulcers that I've had diagnosed. I had to do the endoscope and all this other stuff. And, it's not fun how our body hangs on to it physically.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And sometimes we do it to ourselves. Like,
I think we do. Like, we overwhelm ourselves with our thoughts and emotions.
When I was in a really competitive environment for sales, and I guess I'm competitive.
What?
I don't even know. I don't even know that I am.
That's weird.
So I guess I'm competitive. Anyways, the end story was I just remember I knew this was my body's telling me again. I was sitting at my desk and I had already been developing an ulcer at my desk. Ignored that. But it was like, at this point now, I have the stomach situation developing, and then my nose just would start bleeding.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Just start bleeding. I'm like, after so many, you're like, okay, can't ignore that.
Yeah.
So many times my body has to scream at me before I acknowledge it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've never had the nosebleed thing.
I ignore until.
I think I got this.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get through this. Sometimes there's days where I know that I'm overwhelmed, or like you were talking about having a bad day, and it's like, or Brandy, like one thing after another. That's when I cut out. That's when I'm like, oh, you know what? Today is just not a good day. I'm not talking to clients. I'm not trying to do anything.
I went to bed.
It's just,
I got to my hotel
that's
and
what
I
I
went
do.
to bed.
That's what I do. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm cutting out. Because it's just
perfect.
it's gonna freak me out.
Self-preservation.
Yeah, but it takes a while, I think, to kind of come into your own and figure it out. It did me anyway.
100%. That's I mean, yeah, we've been talking about that a lot. Like that whole self-love. Put your oxygen mask on.
Yeah,
Put your oxygen mask on first.
I've been loving myself for this past year. Like, I'm so glad that I finally started doing that. It I am taking time for myself, and I think that it has done well.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because this week Jim was out of town all week, and I'm terrible at feeding myself as far as that goes, and taking care of myself like that. I can't be bothered is really what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just really bad at it. So I was really proud of myself because Monday when he left after work, I went to the grocery store and I, had to go anyways because I had a prescription I had to pick up. So I had no choice. But I was like, I'm going to take advantage of this and take care of myself. I'm going to have a me moment. It's as simple as going to the grocery store and buy myself a few snacks that I like so I could continue to enjoy life.
I was going through my first divorce and child custody.
Oh, jeez.
And I fell into very deep depression and went to the doctor. He was prescribing me different antidepressants to take because I just couldn't stop crying. Because the fear and the stress of all of it, the paperwork and the, excuse me, all of it. But none of them really worked. Like I was like, oh, I can't show up to work. Like it's spinning me out. Like I felt high, and I'm like, that's fine if I'm at home, but I have to show up and work and be focused. So I started at the gym. We lived in Newport Coast, and we had a gym where we lived, and so I started working out, and it went away. Depression went away. It helped relieve my stress. Like exercise, I think, is the best way to manage stress. And not that I'm great at it anymore.
But that's what I'm trying. That's the horse I'm trying to climb right now.
Me
Get
too.
back on.
Me too. I'm trying to get back on the horse.
That's the one I ditched. It was the first thing
I've
I
been
ditched.
working out, and I've worked out once in like a month and a half.
Oh,
that's
wow,
rare for
Brandy.
you too, because
So weird for me.
yeah.
I've been so busy that
That's how it starts though, because I was like you, like I never missed a workout, never since I was 12. Like I've had a routine. Like I haven't done a workout in 3 years, maybe 4.
It's been probably
3.
It's been, Well, we started there for a little bit.
Not consistently.
But we
I'm
didn't
not
get
saying I've never
consistent.
worked out in 3 years. I'm just saying like
Yeah,
a real
consistent.
routine.
Yeah, it's probably been that long for me. Or longer, I think it was pre-COVID, pre-pandemic.
So that I never relied on
'Cause they
this
shut
on a
down the
gym system.
gym.
Yeah, I didn't. So
But-
I was fine. I kept mine going.
Yeah. And well, I did work out at home. I get up at 5:30 in the morning and work out on Zoom call with a group of
Oh,
girls
that's so fun.
that were like
That's what
kind of
Brandy
all
does.
over. Yeah. Everybody's like kind of in a different state. And yeah, it was
Yeah.
really fun. And we all knew each other. Like, my girlfriend Margaret put it together. So, and then she
Fun.
had friends. And so I got to meet a bunch of really nice gals. And yeah, we did it. And that felt good. And then I'm like, this is too early. And we were all on different time zones, kind of like we have with Brandy, different time zones. So we got to marry our schedules and stuff, But yeah, that was the last time I really like gung-hoed my workout.
I can tell you, you really do have to be careful though with like medications and things. There was one that my doctor put me on, antidepressant my doctor put me on, and I almost like wrecked my car because I passed out. It like made me pass out while I was driving.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Like I felt like literally like I'd never felt this way in my life. I can't even explain how out of it I was. And then I passed out while I was driving.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That
So
is-
if you're going to try a new like antidepressant, make sure you don't have to go anywhere for a few days.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to let that stuff settle in. Yeah, and I
And
did.
see how you're going to react.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I went through another bout of depression, stress of my son decided that he was going to go live at his dad's when he was 16. And I had him pretty much full time. His dad was an every other weekend dad. But he, being a rebel teenager, and I was worried about him because I knew that his dad wasn't going to do the things that he should be doing. He was just trying to be his friend, which, came to fruition because my son got in trouble within a month of him moving in with him. But I called my doctor and I did find an antidepressant that worked for me. And I actually stuck to that for like a year and a half. But while on that medication, I went to a movie. Is when I realized this is a problem for you, Kelly, is I went to a really sad movie and I could not cry.
Uh-huh.
And I knew I should be crying. I cry at Huggies commercials, for
Right.
goodness sake. But I'm like, oh, wow.
numb
Like I was
inside.
just so numb
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
had my doctor wean me off of it. But
And
I think I like
antidepressants make you fat. And I went to my doctor and I'm like, I'm depressed because I'm fat. And then you give me an antidepressant, it just makes me fatter.
it's
How is this
counterproductive.
supposed to make me happy?
Right.
Yeah. This is not my solution.
Yeah.
That's the solution.
And then we go back to the exercise of
Yeah.
And you go back to that.
stress
Yeah.
reliever.
I don't think there's any other stress reliever better than exercise.
Yeah, I really don't either.
We need to get our system together.
Get in the
girl.
bag.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
sometimes, people need to be sometimes you need a little help and medication can be your way to get there, but let it be the way to get you to better, healthier lifestyle to so that you can wean
Right.
those out. If you're capable, some people, aren't. Some people are, lifers on that and they need it and that's okay. But if you have situational, which I had, depression, then yeah, exercise is the best bet.
Yeah. I remember a doctor prescribing, is it Prozac? It's like 10 plus years, many, many years, actually longer than that ago. Yeah. And like, they're like, okay, just take it like they did it for PMS. Prescribe it for PMS. And it was like a 10-day a month thing, just when you're
Oh.
feeling that agitation. Like, I'm like, but I just remember because
That helps everybody else.
yeah, and there was definitely a fog. There was symptoms
Yeah.
and side effects. I didn't end
Yeah.
up doing that, like liking it long term. I was just really surprised.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And because I know it's a pretty common,
Prozac's-
reached for,
Yeah, Prozac is
Substance.
kind of, but whose stress is that really relieving? Your husband?
my husband probably, and it was a male doctor.
Maybe
now that
you
you
should
say
take
that.
the Prozac. Like, yeah, I think that's kind
Yeah.
of like, that's kind of how our bodies work. And
Well, and I'm not even really that overly emotional, but there are times with a hormone imbalance that I could be
Yeah.
wackadoodle.
yeah, let's just ask Jim.
Yeah. Let's ask all of us.